Hey guys, how's you going? And welcome back to one of my videos. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna fly with this beautiful Toliss a321, and this one is the version 1.2. So let's see how it's gonna work. So we're gonna do a quick flight between Palermo in Sicily and Lampedusa. This actually is a small island south of Sicily, and is actually part of Italy. Okay, so without further ado, just jump in the cockpit and set it up everything. Okay, so we already actually to taxi. Was what we need to do now is just put some data into the box, into the FMC. I already set the flight plan on with SimBrief. Okay, so let's go to init. We load the flight plan. So it's Lima India Charlie Juliet to Lima India Charlie Delta. The IRS already aligned. So we're gonna cruise at flight level 270 today. We're gonna insert some wind, and cost index is for today. Cost index is 12. That's the data from SimBrief. So probably the cost index of 12 is probably not gonna go very fast on cruise. And well, flight number we can put on Italia as I like to use 83. Okay, let's insert the zero fuel weight and the center of gravity. Okay, zero fuel weight is 70.4 and center of gravity is 24.5%. So 70.4 slash 24.5. Block fuel today is 6,500 kilo. Not much, it's very short trip. Okay. We're gonna depart Palermo from runway today, runway 25, and it's gonna be a Trapani 7 Alpha departure. Okay. Departure, runway 25. Trapani 7 Alpha, insert. Okay, the weather actually today is okay. The wind is pretty calm, 2 knots. And in Lampedusa, let's see what we expect. Lampedusa, we got moment wind variable and visibility is more than 10 kilometers, and there's no significant clouds. So we're gonna use the preferred runway, runway 26. And we actually gonna do a localizer Zulu for runway 26 today. So it's gonna be interesting procedure. Arrival localizer Zulu, and the star is gonna be from SimBrief. Gonna be LESMI 1 Bravo. LESMI 1 Bravo. There we go. And it's gonna be a reversal procedure, so I think it's gonna be the LPD2. I'm gonna look later down. What is that? Insert. Okay, let's check it out. Is everything okay? This one seems weird. Because I got a flight plan, I got a discontinuity here. There we go. That's really weird. Let's have a look at LESMO 1 Bravo, what it says. Approach, no, correct. Arrival, Let's V1 Bravo. Because we want to do the arc DME. Okay, fair enough. So I'm gonna do the arc DME. So in this case, we're not gonna use any reversal procedure. So we're gonna reinsert localizer Yankee and let's V1 Bravo and no via. Okay. So let's have a look now if this makes sense. Yeah, make more sense now, but we got discontinuity. There we go, we got the arc to after join the localizer. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pretty much perform this arc here, and instead to do the reversal procedure, we're gonna join the localizer from the north side, which makes sense. And after we're gonna join direct Pigo, this is waypoint here, Pigo. Okay, that's all done. Just put some performance in. Okay, as usual, we're gonna depart with flaps 1. And well, today we can use the rate takeoff. So flex to temp is 46. V1 152. V2 152. And VR 152 and V2 155. Transition altitude for Palermo, if I'm not wrong, is, let me see, just get one departure, so Trapani, $5,000. So 5,000 is already set, and flaps 1. Okay, so that's all done here. Let's see how it seems everything okay. All lights are on already. Okay, so we're gonna set directly our cruise altitude 27. And by the way, today we're not gonna fly with any network, so just stay with the same. The only thing is connected is active sky for the weather. Okay, so let's go to pushback. Before pushback, so we're gonna taxi for runway 25. So we're gonna be facing east and probably gonna go on Juliet, Tango and Alpha. So call the pushback.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, so let's see how it's gonna work this version 1.2. So it does look like the engine it looks like a little bit better with texture, and also I got a feeling that these main gear, they're a little bit bigger than the previous version, so it looks like more realistic. I guess it is. Lever is quite nice. And one thing in Lampedusa, the runway is only, let me see, it's only 1,795 meters. So you're probably gonna do a kind of short landing.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Transponder, as usual, we're gonna maintain it 2000 for stay IFR or CTA. It's early in the morning in Palermo. We are on real time.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, parking brake release.
Starting pushback, and you may start
a
engine.
mess here with the pushback. I don't know why it does that. And let's start the engine. So ignition to start. Start with number 1. Master on. Nice, so I will start here. I'm gonna take it out a little bit of I think I got a false scenario on, just take it out on any fault today. Just wanna be a smooth flight. Okay, so we start with engine number 2. Very nice model, you can hear the sound of the PTO equalizing the hydraulic pressure. There we go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
The axle lights goes on, I'm gonna switch off the IPU. A little bit of light on the screens, on the PFD, FFD. Okay, so today we're gonna do the, I don't know what's happening with my sim, it's a little bit stuck. So we're gonna do the Trapani 7 departure. I don't know guys, what's happening with my sim normally is quite smooth. Don't know, let's see what's going on.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright, see ya. So look like runway 07, runway heading to the 4.0 Papa Romeo Sierra. Turn left, and after we're gonna go. No, sorry, I was already grounded. Sorry, correction. Runway 25, runway heading to D.2 Papa Romeo Sierra. Turn right, and after turn right 325, and after join this waypoint. Carroll. It's obviously it's a RNAV departure. So we're just gonna follow the flight director. Let's double check if it's correct, this departure. Yeah. Carol and Louis. Yeah. Correct. Okay, so we're ready to taxi. So parking brake go to max. Ground spoiler arm. Let's go to norm. And the taxi lights are on, and flaps 1. We go to cabin. And to config goes on test. There you go, so there's no blue on the ecam, and we're ready to go. Okay, we said we enter on Juliet. A bit of control, left, right, elevators, down, up, and rudder is working. We enter on Juliet. System. Okay, so we don't have to worry about traffic today, so I jump directly into the runway. Any lights goes on. Critical checklist completed, no ecam. So production ecam memo completed. And we are ready to go. Chrono goes on. Spool the engine 50%. And flex. Okay, 100. I also forgot the tickets. V1, rotate. Pause the climb, you're up. Okay, we follow the flight director. At 1500 we should be level climb and lower the nose to speed up. There we go, level climb. That's my throttle has some problem. Thank you. Okay, autopilot on. Let's have a look at the broad view. It's Palermo. You can see it's very close to high mountains. goes off. Yes, and flops up. And the lights goes off. And the flight itself is very quick, it's roughly 40 minutes. Okay, so we reach the transition altitude, 5,000 feet, and we're gonna go to standard. A little bit of turbulence. So guys, this is version the Toliss a321 V1.2, and this is the one that comes before the Neo version. The Neo version gonna come out tomorrow, so I'm definitely looking forward to have a look. Watch some tutorials, and it looks really awesome. Yeah, definitely some turbulence, yeah. Okay, let's start a little bit early, but do an approach brief. Let's see what we're gonna expect in Lampedusa. So as I mentioned before, we're gonna arrive at this waypoint here. The other name is D12 to Lima Papa Delta. It's actually the VOR of Lampedusa, and we're gonna perform arc DME, 10 arc DME, and from here on we want to join the localizer. Now if you have a look here, this procedure here, the localizer, the procedure starts at 11.2, and actually from India Lima Mike Alpha, and from D10 Lima Papa Delta. It's actually Lampedusa. So if you look to the start, that's D10 Lima Papa Delta. So we're gonna exactly approach this waypoint here, just to the north instead of the south, as the procedure is done. Okay, so Lampedusa is going to be localized 01126, and it's going to be 11.3. We're going to check it out later. Final course 259er. What we have to check is this waypoint Beagle at 2,000 feet. It's actually this waypoint here, and it's going to be at 6.9 miles from the localizer, so India Lima Mike Alpha. And MSA for Lampedusa is 1,700. Is quite low, there's not much around. And so we're going to intercept for the north, and at 2,000 feet. At 2,000 feet we're going to proceed straight to Beagle, and after that we're going to start to descend at 0.3 degree angle of descent. Now probably what the computer, actually what the FMC probably is going to calculate a continual rate of descent, I think. So we're probably not going to do, we're not going to level off here, but we'll see how it's going to go. And the minimum for us is DA is 420, and round visual range we need 1400 meters, is more than enough. Today we got more than 10k over there. And in case of go around, is climb on track 259 to 3000 and passing 1500, turn left direct to the VOR. So quite straightforward. Obviously the DB is required, we don't have any problem. Be aware of the traffic, we don't have problem with traffic today. not even last bit of emissions for us. Interesting, the procedure is outside controller space, so probably going to be a CTF, maybe procedure, I'm not sure, never been there. And all the stuff doesn't interest us in terms of simulation. Okay, we can set Lampedusa on the VR1 already. So we're gonna go to ready now. Lampedusa is L Lima Papa Delta 108.6. On this procedure we got even if it's not used, we have even the NDB. So we can set on the ADF again LPD. Set on the ADF too. There we go. It's 373, and we can put here on the F2. So we got here the Lampedusa VR and here the NDB of Lampedusa. No problem whatsoever regarding weather. It's really good weather. So pretty much once we're gonna be established on the localizer, it's gonna be probably a visual approach. As I mentioned before, the runway is very short, 1800 meters, so we're definitely gonna use auto brake medium and try to land right, try to touch down right on the right spot. Let's hope we're not gonna end up into the sea. I'm not sure if the a321 can land in Lampedusa in reality, but guys, let's give it a try. Let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, seatbelt and I can go off. Let's see how far is the top of descent from the top of climb. I think it's gonna be very close. Yeah, it's very close. The cruise is gonna be really short. So what I'm going to do, we're gonna set before the top of descent. I'm gonna set the descent to I think 2,000 feet is okay. Let's see if we got any restriction in here. Sorry, constriction. We got here at less me, we need to be 6,500 or above. It's alright, I'm gonna set 2,000 feet anyway. The FMC gonna maintain anyway the constriction altitude. So as we see, we're heading west, and after we're gonna start to turn to the south toward Lampedusa. I got the delivery from I think explain.org, so you can find everything over there. Even the scenery, I got the scenery of Lampedusa and Palermo, they're all freeware scenery. Actually not so bad. Let's go with this option, we have the version 1.2. So here we got a serial number for the Neo upgrade. So that looks pretty much similar. What we got now is number of after tanks, I think this one. And this is, I think, is for the XL version or the XLR version for the Neo. We still can set the aircraft age and engine age, quite good. Other than that, is all the standard option for Toliss. So I'm gonna start to do a left turn toward the south. We're actually approaching our top of climb. We burn roughly 1500 kilos just to climb to 27,000 feet. I'm curious to see what's gonna be the fuel burn on the Neo version. Pretty soon we're gonna find out. Okay, let's have a look a little bit geographically where we are. You can see we departed from Palermo here. We track to the west for a bit and now we turn to the south. We're gonna fly over, I think this is Pantelleria. And this is Lampedusa. And this is Malta. So we actually south of Malta, but it's still Italy. Anyway, I don't think the A321 can land in Lampedusa in reality. Or maybe if it can, is very, very on the limits. I'm pretty sure the 319 goes there, and probably the 320. Okay, so we already can set 2,000 feet on the altitude. So we're gonna be ready for descent. We're gonna descend shortly. Probably no more than 30 miles, we're gonna start to descend. Let's give a look what's happening in Lampedusa in terms of weather. Is there any update or upgrade? Now the wind is still variable 2 knots and the visibility is more than 10 kilometers, no significant clouds. Temperature is 16 degrees and QNH is 1019er. Okay, we can set the data now on the box. So we're gonna go to performance, next phase, and approach. So 1019 we expect in Lampedusa. Wind is variable, so temperature is 16 degrees, 16. Wind is variable, so just put 000 and 2 knots. Transition level is gonna be by ATC, so transition altitude is 3000, so I'm gonna put 4500 as transition level. Yeah. V approach is gonna be 148, and as we say, this is a non-precision approach. We're gonna use, we're gonna consider DA, actually is MDA, you can see here's an MDA. So 420 also is a CDFA, so constant descent final approach. So now I'm 100% sure, if depend on the company. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna add 50 feet to this number, so I'll just put 470 just because they mentioned about the constant descent final approach. Pretty much constant descent final approach is considered like a decision altitude. So what's happening here if now I put 470 feet, so what's happening here if at 470 feet I'm gonna be visual with the runway, I'm gonna continue my approach. Right? If not, I'm just gonna go on a missed approach procedure. I'm not even gonna try to consider this procedure as an MDA, so I don't want to try to go straight and try to have a look if I can see the runway. So I'm going to consider with the constant descent final approach, I'm going to consider the MDA like as a DA. So if I can't see the runway at this altitude here, and I don't have this kind of visibility here, I just go around and gonna start my missed approach procedure. So pretty much I'm gonna consider my non-precision approach as a precision approach in terms of going around. Okay, so we're approaching the top of the descent. Now I'm not sure 100% if the CDFA is already counted on this 420, but just for safety I add 50 feet. Anyway, today we don't want to have any problem in terms of visibility and clouds. Okay, so we're approaching now, so I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna start the descent. It's gonna be a program descent, so we're gonna follow the step of the flight plan. Okay, we got Lampedusa here on the VR1. I also double check now the localizer. So localizer is in a correction. India Lima Mike Alpha is already a 111.30, and the 259er is the course what is 258. It's close enough, because probably the sim sometimes a little bit different than the charts. Okay, as you can see, we have a constriction at flight level 65. Just make sure we're not gonna go below at this point here, less me. Anyway, the FMC should taking care of this stuff, but always good just to give a look. Okay, just put landing system on. Now we see how we're gonna perform the FMC. Let's see. Intercept terms of altitude 3000 at P-goal 3300. At P-goal we should be at 2000. See, so the FMC is programmed constant descent, so it's not gonna do this step here. It's not gonna go down to 2000 feet, level out, and after start descent. So we're gonna do a constant descent. In fact, at P-goal we're gonna be at 3300, not 2000. But it seems something. Yeah, we got 2 P-goal here. That's why. Because one is from the. Let me double check. One is from the start, one from the approach. I don't know, leave it like that. Let's see how it's gonna perform. I'm gonna keep an eye. In case, no problem at all. I can level out the P-goal, and from here we can start to descend at 3.03 degree, and we can set in here on FPA and follow the distance and altitude. So P-goal is P-goal is 6.9 India Lima Mike Alpha and 5.7 Lima Papa Delta. So we're gonna use Lima Papa Delta in terms of descending. And we go Lima Papa Delta DME, and we just have to follow the altitude and the distance. But I think it's gonna calculate automatically, so we'll see how it's gonna go. In case, we can always intervene manually. It's not a big problem. As you see, P-goal is even my final approach fix, so we need to be configured before P-goal for landing. I can see some island here. I think it's the island, this one here. Let's call it Monte Vulcano. Vulcan. Okay. Just gonna wait to put on the landing system. I wanna see if something else gonna come out in terms of vertical profile. Okay, we already set the auto brake to medium. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about these 2 waypoints. Well, I got 2 P-goal, but there's only one on the. So we got DJ96, and after got P-goal. Yeah, probably this one here is not gonna. I'm gonna cancel this one here. I'm gonna delete it. And now I'm gonna delete the discontinuity. Looks much better now. That's it. Yeah, definitely that's the waypoint. Yeah, it's gonna bring me 2000 feet at Pico, but not before. So it's gonna be a constant descent toward the final approach fix. Good. I can already see Lampedusa from here. That's a very tiny island. Never been there. They told me very nice for holidays. I see some terrain right now. Let's see if it's gonna pick it up the island. Oh yeah. Okay, we got the ADF on too. So pretty much, in case I go around, I'm gonna track straight the runway 259er and to 3000 feet, and past the 1500 we're gonna turn left towards the VR. Okay, 10,000 feet, gonna start to slow down. Yeah, look like the engine is a little bit, in terms of textures, a little bit better compared to the previous version, especially the cowling here. We got a new system now. I got the localizer here set. Double check if any change in weather. Now QNH is still 1019, variable 2 knots. So very good condition. Maybe I would have appreciated a little bit more headwind with this short runway, but that's fine. Okay, last me, you're definitely about 6,500 feet, so that's good. Let's see, the airport is, the runway is here. Okay, we're entering the arc now. So you can see we are 11.8 miles, so we're going to do the arc at 10 miles, roughly. Okay, we got a localizer approach active. MDA is set. And the only thing we need to check to be at 2000 feet at Pico. He undershoot a little bit the arc now. Let's see if he's gonna come back to 10 miles. You can see we are 9.4 miles now. He undershoot inside a little bit. There's no one cloud in the horizon. Looks very, very nice weather. Okay, we'll have to activate the approach here a little bit earlier because I want to slow down a bit, so I'm gonna activate manually. Gonna put a little bit of speed brake. I want to anticipate a little bit, I don't want to find myself too late, too fast. Okay, 240, flaps 1. And we're gonna turn on the landing lights. Seatbelt on. I'm going to arm, well, just wait to arm the speed brake. And we're gonna go to 1019er. I want to slow down a little bit more speed brake. I don't know what's going on with the sim today. Might be the new version of the Airbus, I'm not sure. It's the first time I'm gonna use it. Okay, I wanna be configured before Pico. So we're gonna below 210, flaps 2. I don't know if I can activate the approach. No, I can't. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna activate the localizer mode. I'm gonna follow the localizer. And you can see the runway over there. On the flap stick. Okay, we should intercept the localizer soon. There we go, it's moving now. We are 3.3 miles from Beagle. I'm curious if they can activate the approach phase now. What about if I take it out the menu system? No. Okay, 2 miles from Beagle, I will put some gear down. Yes, definitely following the vertical path.
$2,500.
Okay, get approach 3,000 feet. No, correction, 3,000 feet. And full flaps. It's now sea level off, and I'm gonna go manual. Autopilot off. Flight director off. So we are roughly at 445 knots, so we're gonna go down at 800 feet per minute. Should be work. Okay. So at 5 it should be a 1770. I'm a little bit high. I'm gonna set 3000 for go on. At 4 it should be 1450. We are 4.1 now. We are on profile. So I come back to roughly 800 feet per minute, ready to descend. You can start to see the puppy lights. Look like I've got 2 white and 2 red. I want to stay on the center line. At 3 it should be at 1130. No, they're a little bit low now. So smoke correction.
1,000.
Well, we are on puppy, so it looks fine. Okay, so cabin, we're gonna call the cabin, and spoilers arm. Ecam non-blue, that's good. Try to maintain the center line. And we're approaching minimums, but we are visual. You can clearly see the VOR in front of the runway.
500.
A little bit high, just slow the nose a bit. I have to be precise here because the runway is very short.
400.
I try. I'm a little bit off the center line.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay. Spoilers, reverse. I don't know why there is second reverse, but give me a problem every time. 80 knots. Reverse off. Excuse me. Brakes. Beautiful. Welcome to Lampedusa. I got a little bit of problem with my throttle when I want to use the right throttle. I don't know, I have to figure it out what's the problem is. If you notice, when I deploy the reverse, only the left engine start and the right one, it didn't start. Anyway. See, there's not much of taxiway here, so we need to backtrack the runway. Flaps up. Okay, view. Start the taxi on. go over here. We should be entering on Alpha or Bravo, the center on Alpha. Brake hot, so I'll get a little bit of fan on. Yeah, it's a pretty west scenery. That's not too bad, honestly. Oh, that's where we're going. Let's go to one of the parking. Ah, we got the martial arts here. Yeah, just come here. I'm gonna cut a little bit because I'm wait, got a long airplane. A321, the Airbus A321 is quite long. There we go. Stop. Okay. Parking brake set. Alright, just gonna wait to switch it off. Let's have a look a little bit of replay. Let's see how we learn it. There we go. Very tiny island. A little bit off center now, it's not too bad. It's the only one where start, and the other didn't start that we interviewed. It definitely made the bigger landing gear. Let's have a look from here. Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely takes a little bit, but I managed to recover. Last one, I will look from here. I should have a look from the tower. Nah, wasn't too bad. I got worse. Okay. Alright. So if here is on and switch it off, everything. Lights off. And that's it. We are in Lampedusa. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy, and I'll probably see you on the next video. Thank you. Ciao.